So other than that, busy in Mpumalanga, we see the TMM weekend that is happening 26, 27, 28 of August eMashishing ngale eBolaydenburg Mashishing ngale stadium. So let us go support the brother TMM, of which I've adopted him as one of my mentors. 013 Summer Place that is coming on the 2nd of December in Bombela Stadium, done by Shaka ILembe. So shout out to him because I see this is going to be the biggest event, one of the biggest event that we had in the province, or we are having in the province as a signature event. So I heard his plans, and a lot of people are about to employment. A lot of artists are gonna benefit from this event. So such events, my event let's a province in whereby the youth will benefit more, especially in the arts sector. So yeah. My name is Linda Chirwa, known as Teacher Mnyas, a 28-year-old young creative male born in South Africa, Mpumalanga, Matsulu. I've been practicing as a robust media practitioner for the past 18 years with more accolades under my name. Trained by various media practitioners in the media industry spaces. I'm a social entrepreneur, a hustler, a radio presenter, an audiovisual sector leader in the Ehlanzeni region, a filmmaker, director. Lately, I have been venturing to other streams, including real estate. I am fearless, a fearless man. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to Fearless Podcast episode 12. I miss talking, I miss being in front of the camera, I miss smiling for you guys. I just miss you, hey? Last time, Beng Solongla still on the studio, which is the KCFM studios where they are doing productions. So I was here talking about auditions, films that were airing on SAPC 1, that we shot at Babaton Umchindi, as well as Magakosa and other eco-visuals project movies of which are developmental films. Siyabonga kakhulu SAPC for giving us the platform. So yeah, I'm back again. Kamalami Mlinda Wachiro, the mixing one, the mixing Buddha. I'm back and I'm black. Kuninga kakhulu kwendekeli ikakhulu nje ka the grind visuals, since you know we are part of the grind visuals and we are working there. So we were shooting a BRICS ministers meeting that has to do with Department of Higher Education and Training. So we're at Kruger National Park. Thank you so much for trusting us. Good to execute BRICS, of which is one of the biggest projects that we have ever done as the Grind Visuals. So we've worked with a lot of people from the province, TMM. The TMM events, we have worked with the streaming internet, so they were doing our streamings and all that. We've worked with the team here, Telecom, just that I've forgotten their company name. But yeah, we've worked with a lot of people, the ones who are decorating there, Baskawama, Titulu, Nana, and all that, you know. So it was exciting to work for BRICS. Other than that, you know, I'm good, I'm pushing. But there were a few attempts in my life that happened because someone came during the course of the night in a load shedding, because this load shedding thing giving some opportunities to come and try and steal for us or sabotage us as Bahlali Baseningzim Africa. So what happened was someone during load shedding came and attempted to burn my first car, Ford Icon, and where I used to sleep. So it was like a personal attack, and but unfortunately I'm no longer sleeping there. Just that maybe the information ibe incorrect so so Titin Lestipagile to do the project that we are doing at Ladlenia Rentals, because as the Grind Visuals, we are taking some of the investments that the Grind and put them to have another streams of income. So bantu banekwali yabo. So yeah, that happened, but unfortunately sikambonanga lo muntu ukuthi ngibani. But besides that, I'm cool. Nato tholakala nangatholakali kanjalo uNkulunkulu tombona. You see, so yeah, I'm wearing turban, Arabic kind of vibes, you know. We are shooting a movie titled Gero Blaster. Gero Blaster. We are shooting with new faces. Kufaka phakathi Gugu Lethu Nkambule, of which she's known as Gugu Ice. She's playing Lily, and we are shooting with Sandile Mdawe. Sandile Mdawe is playing Sianda. Sandile Mdawe is known as Master Playing. He's a voiceover artist for the station. He's also a rapper and a presenter here for the afternoon drive. We are also playing with Nokolo Ngwenya, of which is Noxy, naye usakata kulo msakato lo eKCFM. So they are starring in there. Then the producer is Tapsil and Demande, naye ukhona as the producer of the show within that film, because yeah, you'll watch it, you know. It's all about presenter trying to negotiate whatever that is happening closed doors. So other than that, Kuphizi eMpumalanga, we see the TMM weekend that is happening 26, 27, 28 of August eMashishing ngale ke eBolaydenburg Mashishing ngale stadium. So let us go support the brother TMM, of which I've adopted him as one of my mentors, because he advised me very well in terms of having to invest into assets, into property, especially assets. So I just adopted him as one of my mentors. So yeah, we are going 013 Summer Place that is coming on the 2nd of December in Bombela Stadium, done by Shaka ILembe. So shout out to him, because I see this is going to be the biggest event, one of the biggest event that we had in the province, or we are having in the province, as a signature event. So I heard his plans, and a lot of people are about to employment. A lot of artists are gonna benefit from this event. So such events, my event let's a province in whereby the youth will benefit more, especially in the arts sector. So yeah. Benel Kuala Kuala Birthday Festival, music festival, it was done by Rising Sun Foundation. So we were there as Rising Sun Jam for the first time, as Rising Sun Jam, having to perform in such big stages. We were there with Lady P, Coco Ice, as well as Saki N, Sbilo of Lausic Music, DJ Mabandi, DJ Wisani, Nozi Posimelane, and myself. We were there gracing the stage, and it was very exciting. Saki N was joined by a patient master, because they have a song titled Wabaye Gedelane. So it was beautiful, man. Other than that, there was a comedy a Friday, then there was Saturday, there was main event, then Sunday it was the all white party happening at Chapza. So it was beautiful. But people, I use the Wutsi whenever Kuala Kuala is throwing up a pete bash or pete celebration, they are not paying entrance fees. So I think it was for the first time whereby people had to pay to be there. So the turn-up wasn't as expected, or compared to other previous years when Kuala Kuala used to host them up at the bashes. So yeah, maybe in the near future they will look into it. Good see, should they give people free entrance, because this is their station, they need to celebrate with them. So yeah, maybe in the near future. Other than that, good look just to see what's happening in the communities, like suicidal thoughts and suicide are happening. When we see youth killing themselves, what we see, how social media is influencing people out there, especially youth, whereby sibukelele kuyo ukuthi bayoba-ke bomake nabo babe bakusasa. But the way social media space ingayo, the way bantu bankembana ngayo social media, especially youth, people are no longer discussing things that will make us grow. People are no longer sharing content that will make me grow as a person, that will build me as a person. But what they do, people, they want to trend and want to be followed by wrong reasons. Social media platform, we see a lot of things happening, especially Kaslami Matul, the Gunkembana part. It's so painful to see youth, the way they behave, the way they celebrate each other's downfalls. So in such a way, you get amazed. You would say, kahle, where are we going? Because if mhlambe umuntu uphila ujabula nangabe mhlambe umuntu noma uva ama bad news, to me you are like you are a witch, you are a wizard. But then if uva tindzaba letimnanzi, I will be happy. So it's one step of being a wizard. Kungumona kubuthakathi lokho. So yeah, it's like that. Spooning is coming. Mpumalanga cultural experience is coming with its pillars. Artists will benefit surely, because you know me, I can't hold myself. We had a couple of engagements with the officials. So yeah, surely Mpumalanga, it's coming okay. So far so good, step by step. So yeah, it is gonna be bigger and better this time around. Because if you may see, we are so quiet on the social media spaces. We are so quiet in terms of fighting, in terms of our aggressiveness and our militancy. If you may remember, we used to talk and advocate for the arts, but now we sit in a table and we discuss. We're still having discussions with them, as well as private sectors. We still have discussions. We discuss with them. But just for me, I think it would be fair to just state it again, because I once stated it again, before, would say, my artist ankapelile. So but then to some, they feel like I need to come back to the space and be their mouthpiece. I do speak, but unfortunately I'm no longer speaking as part of structure. So why not Mpumalanga artist? I'm speaking as a concerned creative myself, as a filmmaker, as a sector leader, just speak and engage in a diplomatic manner, not like we used to do before. So, because we wanted their attention and they've given us their attention, so there's no need for us to go fight and all that. I mean, I'm no longer fighting, but then part and supporting the struggle. But now I am discussing in a diplomatic manner, like sitting in a table and talk to them, just like the late Nelson Mandela once said, which we need to change their space into a political platform, whereby they change the court into a political platform by voicing out what the people want. You see, so that's what I'm doing with my fellow colleagues, which I cannot mention. We do go and discuss things, especially we want to see Mpumalanga taking off with film industry, and we saw last year they introduced a film experience pillar, of which this year it needs to be exciting. We expect you guys to create top films, top movies, so that we can invite other people from outside provinces, so they can come into our province and experience how we do films. Not in the Lepegekele, not in Swatla. No, 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 no. If maybe you are a filmmaker that produces na film Lapegekele, just like the late Tamne said, which we need to open up structure. Lesambe sibhacabula bonke abantu abasiba-actor, lesambe sibhacabula bonke abantu abasibenda amafilimu, but they are doing nonsense. So we will not tolerate nonsense. You know, we need proper stuff. Take your time, shoot, edit very well, kube kahle nje. So yeah, other than that, kugrand yabo. So excitement nje, having to see things are coming okay. You cannot complain much, and we see that KwaZulu-Natal naseSwaziland Mhlanga uyeta hoping to participate in one of this ritual, the reeds dance that's happening between Swaziland and KwaZulu-Natal, because Mhlanga is one of the significant ritual or dances that we have in the southern hemisphere, of which we know ukuthi this live lohlanga, hence we have what we call uhlanga lomhlabathi. So we have read dances that are happening where amakhosi of the Ngunis are ruling, especially the Zulus and the Swatis. They still kept that culture. So we are watching almost every Sunday Shaka ILembe. We saw stars there, female like actors and actresses, you know, bantu labantswembu da. So it's inspiring. Sunday TV is back because SABC1 was buzzing with the local films, and Shaka ILembe was also buzzing. People are doing videos. I see videos that they are criticizing their reactions and all that. But we are so excited to see the writers writing this thing and about acting as Zulu. So we learn some words there as Zulu. We siyakhona ukubuka nabantu abadala, unlike the first episodes whereby there were a lot of explicit content there. So bongakhona ukubukela kahle, but now we just flowing, you know. And I criticize indzaba ya yenkosi uJobe ekakhaya, where uJobe is Stulu doesn't know it's chair sihlalo, but we as Africans, we had royal chairs, we have dihlalo, we have thrones, man. So long before the white bus came. So that to me was like marala. So some of them were amazed to see the Tsonga people having to enslave some of Africans there, because but you need to understand that the Portuguese, they went there, and Gobane Machopi, some people who knows as Machopi doesn't know how to control a rifle, to use a rifle. They thought they taught them how to use guns and a lot of things, and they were traders, the Ishmaelites, and which are the Arabs, and the Portuguese. They came to trade. You know, like the more we are in north, is the more you get closer to fabric and all that, Shabon, because some people are amazed. How is it that the Zulus were left behind in terms of civilization, in terms of things? Just that people don't understand. We see some of the things are survival culture. See, anywhere from the central, whereby in the central, we do not have much of the kumba and all that. Only Tanusi and kings were wearing a leopard skin. so to signify that that they won't change, like leopard doesn't change its spot. So that was the significance of them to wear that thing, so that they can show that they are not changing their spot, or they are not changing. So umlomo ngathethi imanga, what they are uttering doesn't change, and kunjalo. So bese begqoka kahle fabric. If you may look at pharaohs, if you may look at the Tutankhamun and all those Yubrina Ptah and all those Egyptians, you will see with the fabric. You go to your Bible, nobody ever imagined Moses wearing skins, but imagine Moses had some gowns and all that, but they grew up in Egypt. Moses was born in Egypt, but no one is imagining Moses at Tikumba, because if you may read the Bible, you will tell me, Guzi, Moses is way, 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 way older than Abu Shaka, older than abo asenza ngakhona, because but then bosenza ngakhona they are wearing tikumba, and Moses in your imagination now Jesus they are wearing a fabric. So now you are telling me good sige people good fabric Africa besoling ngekho, but Egypt is in Africa. And you read your Bible in the Proverbs chapter 1, you can find that Solomon is addressing the issue of linen. You could see already Solomon or David, I don't care what argument you want to bring forth, but fact remains is there within your scripture, chapter 1 or chapter 2, whereby Solomon or whoever writes of the Proverbs in those chapters or those ways are labiagwe atiena bafati basekibite badala to fine linen, you know. So meaning we had all those things, but due to survival culture from the central, then banabaya southern part of Zambezi, bawela mfula ikariba baya endas. So now they had to deal with survival culture by they were wearing skins. So but then the new fabric from Central Africa, just that the older generation passed by sevele bantu bagcoka tikhumba yabona. So but because going back, we see the Maasai people, they are wearing fabric. You see the Mansa Musa, one of the greatest king ever lived in Africa, the richest even, has never wear a tikumba, but then that leopard skin was the significant one. So all those things, we had them in Africa. Then this research that took them 6 years or 3 years, I don't know if I'm not mistaken, for bomb production to do Shaka ILembe. We see that King Jobe was telling Princess Umkabayi kaJama that akabuke libhayi lakhe ukuthi ke lihle njani, yabona. So as if like it was a new thing to him. It might be a new thing to him, but bokhokho omkhulu bakhe, which those ones who come from Central, they knew fabric and they came here due to survival culture. Just like finding people eating raw meat, it was based on survival culture, because bongeke uthi usehlathini kunembi bese wona ukubasa mlilo so utowosa inyama, because the soldiers or the regiments that are coming to attack you will just look at the smoke and see what's all. There is fire. Then there's a saying that where there's smoke, there's fire. Bekuba easy usibabone usilapha man kune smoke, and meaning there are people who are in there, so they will come easily attack. So the best way for them was to just kill an animal, slaughter the animal, bese nangabe se badla lenyama batoyidla isashisa. So they were eating raw meat. So yeah, it's like some of that's a survival culture, is one of the example of survival culture, because reading history, because we read a lot, and who are explaining things, we read a lot, we will listen a lot of information. So we cannot base our history based on survival culture. No, no, no. And we cannot mock our kings based on survival culture, because looking at the Basotho people, you find that they are wearing tingubo, blankets, and they are riding horse, dipere. So if they are riding horse, or they are horse riders, and they are wearing hats, you know. So the Swatis, the Zulus, the Ndwandwe, people from the north, the Mtetwas and all that, they were based on that survival culture, because if you go back to the history of the Zulus from the great Luzumana, going down to Inkosi Malandela, then you'll find then from there the kingdom of the Ngunis from Malandela and Celiwe. Malandela yakhothama yasala Celiwe as the queen of the nation. Nakasele, because she once ruled the nation, wakhulumisa Cwabe and Zulu, of which they are brothers, because they should rule ngekubambisana kahle, bahole isive sabokhokho omkhulu babo kahle. Then only to find that due to affairs and all that, bakhanza ukuthi Zulu is having an affair with Ingoduzo, or wife or umuntu bekufuna shade naCwabe, only to find that wabeseke uyakhulelwa, babeseke bohamba bohlala babalekele etinzabeni I just forgot the name of the woman. Mabahlala Enzabeni, they hid themselves from there, and after some time, nasemntana sekakhona Cwabe had the news. Then from there, the Zulu fled to to Nkandla Forest, and Zulu was followed by a number of people who later called themselves AmaZulu. So then Cwabe wahlala labanye bantu on the other side. So the Zulus and the Cwabe nation, those are the same nation, same brotherhood, same blood. So then we have the Amandwandwe from the Mkhatshwa. We have for the Mkhatshwa, the Ncumalos. Then we had the Mthethwa, those ones who are staying Mthethwa. Then we had those ones baselangeni and all that, because bamavimbela nabo they migrated south, labanye ke basala. So la bafike bahlala khona bomalandela with Celiwe, which was called Pelindaba. So some of them Xhosa wayendazi. So that's history, you see. So but then them coming in, they are coming in with things. So they have information, past information. We share information. Just like people will tell you what's in the Anunnakis used to live. Anunnakis were talking about the gods walking among mankind, talking about the serpent race, talking about the fish like people don't know more people don't know more people, just like the normal people don't know more people. The Numalos, they don't eat fish because they believe that one of their ancestors is coming from a fish like people. We know all those things, you see, but then having to see or to check history bana bamnyama kepha le ngathi still it's only reflect okwangathi bestiwula, it's sometimes not sitting well. But I'm so happy with what our director, is it Angus Gibson? If I'm not mistaken with Angus or something like that, and rest in peace to Tatu Tebuho. So yeah, Hamilton Dlamini played very well. Actually, everyone is playing very well, man. So Kendeana there. I saw a lot of people there playing very well. I like the part Gazwite. Shout out to Wiseman Babu Mnube. I like the part. Actually, I like everyone. Yabalega. I like the part here. Yeah. Kodongwan. Udingiswayo. I like everyone, man. Actually, the cast director, you did well. I must say, you did well. Hey, I wish I was there, maybe as an extra, or maybe as a Sanusi because I've got dreadlocks. But then I'm a Swati speaking. Maybe as one of Sopuza's King Sopuza's regiment, because I know that the Zwide and the Sopuza they once had contact. So maybe you see, I know that King Sopus, I don't know which one, maybe the first one visited King Shaka ILembe. So maybe yeah, hey, but yeah, in the near future, now just Swati people, this should inspire us to do our own films. You see, taking the part of King Sopus, as I'm saying, then we play it from there. We get those rights and all that. Playing something about Enkosi Umjejane, playing about Matamo, Nkosi Matamo, playing about Kokula Magadle. We can play around those things, but then the thing is rights and budget. But hopefully in the near future, we'll look up to it. But yeah, guys, other than that, it was me having to say I'm good. I hope none is good. And also to just share my review about Shaka ILembe, but I'm enjoying it. Buso Koza, Philip Miller there, or Myla, and Butle Bendalo. The soundtracks. Yo. Guys, Nomzamo Mbata, my crush. Even Balega. So yeah. I think most people they loved the first episode when Nomzamo Mbata was walking or was exposing her boobs. Hey, Bandu the way they are. Instead of looking at the tradition and the history and learning the history and try to memorize it, they are looking at things that will not help them. But anyway, so remember Fearless Podcast episode 13, whereby we will be starting to talk starting to talk a lot of things, especially to shape a boy child. You see, because we once had something like that. Good, we need to focus on a boy child because most people are focusing on a girl child. Hence, we see a lot of beauty pageants, but now we need to shift and focus on a boy child because as much as women are shaping the girl child, but who will marry them? The boy child. So the boys must be also shaped. So I hope to find a proper man to have discussions with so that I share really how to become better men. But anyway, we'll also be taking some of the things from the school of thoughts where I subscribe to, which is the Farmers of Thoughts. Founder is Maponga J. Joshua Maponga about the cooking skills. There's a cooking skill and shopping skills, so we'll be sharing most on that in our Nguni language of which Siswati. So bantu batakhona kuva because live lethu angathi seliyafa kan live liyengqayelwa. So yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Enqanywa guys. Cheers.